Welcome to Space Age Rabbit, where I'm usually talking about short lived and forgotten TV shows. But today I want to talk about Tony Dow. If you grew up watching Leave It to Beaver, then I am sure you remember Wally Cleaver. Wally was Beaver's big brother. He was easygoing, clean cut, polite, and helpful. And he always seemed to have an answer for the Beaver's never ending string of questions. Wally was a decent stand up guy who sometimes got into jams, but that was usually thanks to Eddie Haskell. The on screen chemistry between Wally and the Beaver felt genuine, giving viewers a sibling dynamic that was both comforting and wholesome. Wally was also one of my first crushes. Watching Leave It to Beaver reruns back in the 1970s, the neighbor girl and I thought he was the cutest boy on TV. Tony Dow, the actor who played Wally, was born Anthony Lee Dow in Hollywood, California on April 13th, 1945. His parents were John and Muriel Dow. Muriel had acted in a handful of silent films and, according to some sources, even worked as a stand in for Clara Bow. And John, according to his obituary, was a self employed architect. Tony had very little experience when he went to an open casting call and landed the role of Wally Cleaver. He was just 12 years old when the show began, and he went on to play Wally for 6 seasons, 234 episodes, all the way until the series ended in 1963. After Leave It to Beaver, he continued acting in guest roles on popular shows like Dr. Kildare, My Three Sons, and Mr. Novak.
What's the matter with you anyway? I'm trying to give you a chance and...
Sure, big chance.
What?
Nothing.
Look, will you just give me one cartoon I can use?
So get somebody else.
There isn't anybody else. What do you think we're using the cartoons from 1953 for? We just don't have anything else.
In 1965, he spent a season playing Chet on Never Too Young, which was the first American soap opera aimed specifically at teenagers.
Never Too Young is brought to you by delicious Dentine Chewing Gum and by Final Touch Fabric Softener. Whitens as it softens.
In the late 60s, he served 3 years in the National Guard. And throughout the 1970s, he kept appearing on television while also studying journalism and filmmaking. But the character Wally Cleaver was never far away. Tony even parodied the role in a cameo for the 1977 film The Kentucky Fried Movie. In 1978, he and Jerry Mathers reunited for a production of the comedy Boeing Boeing, followed by a dinner theater tour across the country with the play So Long Stanley. In 1983, he joined his former castmates in the made-for-TV movie Still the Beaver, which led to the new Leave It to Beaver, a sequel series that picked up years after the original show ended. Now all grown up, Wally was a successful attorney with a family of his own, while his younger brother Beaver was divorced and raising 2 sons, living with their mother in the old family home. The show explored the ups and downs of adult life, parenting, and family, giving longtime fans a chance to reconnect with the Cleavers. It ran for 4 seasons before ending in 1989. During the late 80s and into the 90s, Tony began spending more time behind the camera, working as a director, producer, writer, and visual effects supervisor. In addition to his accomplishes on screen, Tony devoted much of his later life to creating abstract sculptures, earning a respected place in the art world. From his Topanga Canyon studio, he harvested local wood to shape original forms that he then translated into limited edition bronze castings. Tony also faced clinical depression and spoke openly about his struggles, emphasizing that he was just one of millions living with the condition. If Wally Cleaver can be depressed, he once said, anybody can be. Sadly, Tony was diagnosed with cancer in March of 2022, a disease he had bravely fought and overcome before, but this time the battle was different. He passed away on July 27, 2022, surrounded by his loving family, including his son Christopher and his wife of over 40 years, Lauren. Tony Dow brought warmth, kindness, and quiet strength to our screen for years, and he'll always hold a place in the hearts of us who grew up watching him.
Oh, hey, where's the Beaver?
Well, he and Larry came in about 20 minutes ago. They ran up to Beaver's room, then they ran right out again.
Oh, I guess when I was a kid, I used to run around doing goofy stuff, too.